I know who I am. I love who I am. I daily improve and grow. I am self-motivated and always inspired to excel. I have a clear vision. I have hope and faith. I believe in myself and my dreams. I am purpose-driven. My gifts and abilities are activated. I operate with full efficiency. I sweatlessly triumph in all things. I create the future of my dreams. I am daily transformed and translated. I operate supernaturally. I activate my divinity. I am practical and real. I have the ability to attain, consolidate, and aspire to new levels of success, wealth, and well-being. I positively critique and review my position and situation for improvement. I advance and grow daily. I am empowered to be all that I was created to be. Welcome to the Transformation Show. On this episode, Janet is going to be working as a coach with Elizabeth. And the area that they're going to be dealing with is the area of self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-belief. Do you know that without, this cocktail of a healthy self-worth, self-confidence, and self-belief, it is absolutely impossible for you to achieve anything in any chosen field of endeavor? It's very important for you to develop your self-worth, your self-confidence, and your self-esteem. It's also very, very important for you to believe in your abilities and in your own dreams. For you to fulfill those dreams, self-worth, self-confidence is critical. You would enjoy this episode. Now, I would like to challenge you to follow as Janet coaches Elizabeth, because that session can be a coaching session for you. Enjoy. So what are you going to be coaching on today?
I'm going to be coaching on self-esteem, confidence, and belief.
Ooh, please help us unpack. Unpack what that really means.
A lot of people come with limiting beliefs. Or, they come with this negative mindset that they can't do certain things. Or if they do certain things, it will go wrong. Or they come with a lot of fear behind what they can do and what they can't do. So my goal really is to really change that mindset, and change the narrative for that, help that person go on the journey of beginning to believe themselves, that they can do whatever they set their minds to do, because it is a journey and it's creating that positive mindset that a lot of people, one way or the other, we all face some kind of limiting belief, in our lives, but it's a case of how you come out of it and what you become just because you've come out of it. And it's something that when you have discovered yourself, you feel much better, you feel more accomplished, and you can succeed in anything in life.
Wow, that sounds really, really, awesome. So how do people develop, or how do people, find out that they've got limiting belief?
Well,
how does it start, and then how do people address it?
First of all, some people will trace it back to childhood, or an event, or a circumstance, something that probably put them in a place where they felt, I don't want to use the word bad, but they felt, negative towards themselves. And it could be anything. It could even be trauma. It could be an accident. It could be an incident that put them in a place where they didn't feel good about themselves, or the outcome of whatever happened was bad, left them feeling really downhearted, and for that reason, they begin to feel, so it's like taking an exam. And you've done the exam 3-4 times, you begin to tell yourself, no, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I've tried it 4 times. No. But the truth of the matter is, people who have passed the exams, they don't have 2 heads or 2 brains. They just put a little bit more effort and believe that they can do it. And so if they can do it, so you can do it too. So it's just a case of putting the past behind you, putting certain incidences behind you, and looking at the world in a more optimistic way.
Wow, this sounds very powerful. Now, what kind of tools do you feel like, you need to take into this session? How do you feel that, you need to approach this, session with your client?
Yeah, so for me, I use a process, not necessarily tools. It's like a bucket load of questions, right? That starts from who you are, how do you think you got there, and if you can change it, how will it impact your life? And what do you think you're going to get out of this session that will make you believe that you've gotten to that point? So it's a trail of questions so that while the person is thinking and answering the questions, they begin to rediscover themselves just by a thought process. And then they now realize, because there's a powerful question I always like to ask, and that is, what could go wrong if you make that mistake? What would happen if you make the mistake? Meaning, allow yourself to make that mistake because it's not the end of the world.
I can't wait to watch your session.
My name is Elizabeth, a public servant, a photographer, a public speaker in a making. I've been wondering why my life is not moving forward, and I concluded that it should be self-doubt. But how would I overcome self-doubt? I didn't know the way out. So when I had opportunity about this coaching section, I applied for it.
Elizabeth, I know we've been talking. All right, so today's coaching session, I'd just like to know what's on your mind today. What would you like us to talk about in today's coaching session?
Okay. I'd like us to talk about how to overcome self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
I also want to self-discovery, to overcome self-doubt, to discover oneself, to able to control emotion.
Okay. Okay. I hear you say you want to discover or to overcome your self-doubt. Yeah. Self-doubt, what does that mean to you?
If, for example, I have a desire to do something, and I know I can do that thing, but there's this thing that is telling me, better don't even start it, because you will not get it right. So the fear of making mistake, the fear of failing when I'm doing that particular thing, make me have a setback in it.
Okay. So, how important is this to you, to overcome self-doubt and to self-discover?
If I will use 100% importance, I really want to. And I really, really want to. And I believe there are some other people outside there that might have the same thing as I'm going through. They might not be able to speak up, but I have this opportunity to see a coach. I'm happy and I'm glad that I'm here.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, so you said 100% you want to overcome it.
I really want to.
What would be different if you're able to overcome this self-doubt?
I'll be able to achieve a lot of things. There are a lot of ideas that come to me that I will want to do it. But before I even take a biro to put it down, my inner self will tell me that don't even think of it. So I will not bother. I'll just let it go. I just leave.
Just leave it. Okay. And how do you value this word that you've used, self-doubt?
It's something that happens almost every day, if not every day to me. So it's just like everyday word to me, because anytime I think of something, that is the next thing that will come. Anytime I think of anything positive to do, the next thought that will come to me is that you cannot do it. Don't even think of it. So I'll let go.
So your mind tells you that you cannot do it.
That's it.
What do you think could be causing that?
I cannot really say what's the cost of that. I just find out that that is how I grow up into. So,
okay. I'm going to be asking you a few questions, so I just want to come back again. So today's session really is all about you trying to overcome self-doubt. Yes. Also, you mentioned something about trying to discover yourself. Yes. Okay. All right. Interesting. So I'm going to be asking you a series of questions for me to be able to understand and get more insight into this challenge that you're having, so that hopefully on this journey, you'll be able to come up with some ideas to overcome it. Is that all right?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. So I hope you're comfortable. If you need some water or anything.
I am.
You okay? Okay, great. Okay. So, Elizabeth, I heard you say that whenever you want to do something positive, before you pick up a pen to write, something is telling you, don't even go there. Right. And you said that it started right from childhood. Take me back to childhood.
My childhood, I grew up in the family of 6 children. I'm the 5th child. And I grew up as, should I say, growing up alone, outside the family. Because there was a certain stage in my life that I have to go into house helpings job. So from there, I left my mom at tender age. So here and there, the journey wasn't sweet. And I still believe that it's from that point up that is making me to feel the way I'm feeling. The journey wasn't sweet. There was no intimacy between the mother and the children. No intimacy between sisters and brothers. I have brothers, I have sisters, but that closeness has never been there because we didn't grow up together. We all grew up in separate places. I grew up to find out that I lost my father when I was born. That's what I had. So as the result of that, we were distributed to families, members, and anybody that gets to take care of. So I went to stay with my father's stepsister. So from there, the joining of the house help started. So now from my staying with her, she took me to Ondo State, if I can say everything.
Please feel free.
Took me to Ondo State. I stayed with her. That was after my primary school. I was not able to go to school. Whereas in the town, anytime she goes home, she tells my parents, my mom, that she's in school, she's doing well. But me, I know that I was not in school. But other children were in school. And I love school. I love school, but there was no opportunity for me to do that. So a time comes that I went back home. I went on another joining. My life has just been on a house help joining, staying with family that is not yours, until the year that I met my sister right here in Lagos. Not that it's my sister that brought me to Lagos, no. It was the house help that brought me to Lagos, but some years later, I have to look for my sister. So I now connected with her because she has been in Lagos. So I connected with her and I started staying with her. And even staying with her, not that it was even interesting staying with her. She wasn't beating me. She didn't do anything bad. It's just that the good things that happen to people did not happen to me. Example, most of my people of my age then, they were in school. They were in secondary school. But I wasn't. And she said she was working. So I have to start working too. Because as I then, I have for her to pay the school fee. There was no money. So she now said I should look for something and do. So I now started working. After I started, I worked for some like 2 to 3 years before I started secondary school. So things coming to me, things don't come to me easily. That's just it. It doesn't come to me, and sometimes I think that my joining in this part of the world is slow. Why I'm saying so that before a thing will come to me, it will take years. I finished primary school very early and at very good age. But before I would start secondary school, I started secondary school like maybe like 7 or 6 years after. Same comes to when I finished secondary school. Before I enter university, it was like another long year before I could enter university. So because of that, all those events, and because of all those events, I just give up on everything. That if it comes, no problem. If it doesn't come, no problem. And when I start for things, when I need something, that this thing should come when I need it, doesn't come, I just felt that, okay, maybe God just wants it to be the way it is.
God just wants it to be the way it is. But what do you believe?
I've lived a lonely life, like just me.
How does that make you feel, Elizabeth?
If I said I'm happy about that, I'm lying. I'm not. But I thank God for these days.
You also mentioned the word lonely. Tell me more about that. Living a lonely life.
Okay. If I was said, when there is nobody to assist you, if you need something,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Do you want to take a deep breath?
looking at the front, nobody to assist. I'm looking at the back.
It's okay, Lisa. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Want some tissue? It's okay. All will be well. It's okay. Sorry. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. One more time. Great. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You mentioned you think it's the foundation, it's upbringing and all. So let me bring you back to today. Okay? If I were to ask you to describe yourself, Elizabeth, in 3 words, what would that be?
I am a mega star. No.
Mega star. 2 more.
I am a global phenomenon.
A global phenomenon. Great. And 1 more.
am a kind person.
Fantastic. So Elizabeth is a megastar, a global phenomenon, and a kind person. Thank you for realizing that. Okay? Good. And so we started with you having self-doubt. But then Elizabeth is a megastar, a global phenomenon, and a kind person. Elizabeth, what is holding you back?
That's why I'm here, because I don't know. I don't know. I know that there are a lot of things I can do, but I don't know why I cannot do it.
Okay.
I don't know.
So how does it show up? When you want to do something, you said something holds you back. Something? Someone? What is it?
Not someone. It's a thought. It's a thought that will just come immediately. Don't think of trying it, because you won't make it. So I'll just hold
And when
back
does that
myself.
thought come?
Most of the time when I'm alone.
When you're alone. Okay. Okay. So it's a belief that is limiting you from doing things that you could ordinarily do as a mega star, as a global phenomenon, as a kind person. What will it take you to put that belief to one side for a moment?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know yet. Okay. So, these thoughts, when you've had the thought, how do you feel after you've had that thought?
I won't do anything about it. I'll just feel that I cannot do it.
So you're using the word I cannot. What will it take for you to drop the not and say I can?
Okay?
What will it take?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm always afraid of making a mistake. Okay? I know that I learned to sew. I learned to sew. But for me to cut the material and sew, before I could cut one material, it will take a whole day plus. Because I'll be thinking, if I cut it this way, I hope it will not waste material. If I cut it that way, I hope it will not waste material. I'll be afraid of just me and the material in the house. I'll be afraid of cutting the material. I'll be afraid of that. I will not cut the material well, and at the end of the day, I will make that mistake that I was afraid of.
Elizabeth, you used the word afraid multiple times. Afraid, afraid, afraid. You know, you've mentioned quite a number of things and you've expressed it, even your facial expression, about fear of not making a mistake. And you also mentioned that that fear shows up. That fear that you were afraid of, it actually, the mistake comes.
Yes, it does.
Elizabeth, what would happen if you make a mistake?
I've never thought of that. If I made a mistake, that means the mistake has been made. And it can be corrected, right?
Yeah. So Elizabeth, looking at the world around you and the relationships that you have built and the fact that you have so many talents. We talked about you can sew, right? And you work as a public servant in HR. So you are multi-talented. If you can change your limiting belief to tell you that you can make a mistake, what would that take?
That would be an achievement for me. Seriously.
Can you say?
That's if I can make a mistake and the mistake will not cause any trouble. Right, Abby? That would be an achievement. I'll be free to do what I can do. So if there is mistake, to be corrected.
I like that light bulb moment for yourself. Is it possible? How possible is it for you to turn that belief from negative to positive?
How? Sorry.
The belief that you think that you are going to make a mistake.
Okay.
What will it take you to tell yourself that you are not going to make that mistake?
Okay.
What will it take?
It's just for me to say it.
Want to try it?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
So let's in the moment. So just take a deep breath, right? It's a normal day. You're going to work. You have an assignment to do. The first thing that comes to your mind might be, you can't do it. What would you do to change that belief?
I'll work against it.
Okay.
I'll work against it. I'll tell myself that I can do it.
Why do you say that out loud?
With the question you just said,
Yes, just say that word. I can do it.
I can do it.
Louder.
I can do it.
Again.
I can do it.
Shout it.
I can do it.
Yes.
I can do it.
Good.
I can do it.
And do you believe that?
I do.
Okay. So, I'd like you to take some action steps now. What's in your control? How can you control your beliefs?
Maybe with my confession. With my doing. Saying it and doing it.
Okay. So I'd like us to think, Elizabeth, now that you have openly told yourself that you can actually do something without being distracted by limiting beliefs. Within the next week or so, what kind of steps would you like to take that will show that, yes, you believe that you can do it?
I'll start with my confession, as in my affirmation, if I will use the word. I'll continue to do affirmation.
Okay. Would you like to share a few affirmations?
I don't have any now.
I can do. Okay. So you said you'd like to start with some affirmations. And what would those affirmations be saying?
The affirmation will be talking about what I can do and what I believe that I am.
Okay. Nice. And at the top of your head, if you were to think of 3 very important you can do, what would they be?
I love myself. I am happy. I am exciting.
Okay.
I am optimistic. I can do it. I can achieve anything that I put my mind to.
Great. Excellent. Fantastic. And when that negative thought comes, once in a while it may come. That's the reality of life. What would you do to squash it to one corner?
By affirming positive things, taking action, and believing that what I'm saying is the truth about me.
So let's look at the end product. Assuming you have that material, take me back. What are you trying to make?
A skirt or a blouse.
A skirt or a blouse. Okay. So I'd like you to imagine yourself wearing that skirt or that blouse. What are you seeing?
Well-fitted skirt and blouse.
Okay. And how do you look?
Good.
Good. So now you've seen the blouse or the skirt and it's well fitted and you look good. But you now have to make it. What are you going to say to yourself to make sure that that blouse or that skirt is completed so that you can wear it and look good?
I'll say to myself that skirt, blouse, I'm going to cut you well and I'm going to sew you well. And I'll wear you and look good.
I feel like clapping for you.
Seriously.
Yes. Okay. So I love the state you're in now. Positive mindset. You know, what will you do to keep yourself, Elizabeth, in this positive mindset? And I love the smile that you just showed. Now that smile, that grin. See, I can see all your 32 teeth. Well done. Yeah. I'd love to see more of this. This smile. I'd love you to wear that smile. What will it take for you to continuously wear that smile? Yes. Okay. What does Elizabeth like doing in her favorite pastime? I love the smile.
I use this sometimes for photography.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Most of my times.
Are you in front of the camera or behind the camera?
Behind.
Okay. Okay.
I just learned the photography. So I do go around my neighborhood. Like, I think that was on Friday. I have an old woman friend, so I just went to her that I want to snap her picture and frame it for her. She was happy.
What about
That's
you?
what I did.
How did you feel about that?
That's why I say that I like doing goodness. I feel so good. When she was like, that I should come to her house, that no problem. So I went to her house with my camera. She's Alaja. It's Alaja. So I went to her house with my camera. I snapped her. So I'll wash it, and the one that I want to frame it for her, I'll do it for her.
I'm curious to know, what happens to your limiting beliefs when you're with the camera?
I don't know. Maybe just disappear, because anytime with that camera, I'm always happy. I know that I can do this one.
Okay, great. So what are you discovering about yourself there?
Ability to do things.
And?
that I can do it. I can actually do it.
See? Great. I love the fact that your camera just makes you forget about, every other thing. And it makes you have that smile on your face. Really nice. Great. So that's so you're discovering yourself there. Okay. Great. So I know you've said a lot, doing affirmations. Also, you've spoken about taking care of yourself. You have the talent of taking pictures with a camera, and also you also have a speaking skill that you're developing. If you were to start something positive tomorrow, what would that be?
I would like to start with have a studio or go into photography fully. I would like to start with that. Then, because I know that I like that one. I like it. So other one can follow.
And how would that make a difference to your life?
I'll be happy. I'll be glad. I'll be glad that at least I can do something. I'll be glad.
Nice. Okay. So I said tomorrow. When would you like to start that? Whether you have the money or not.
November.
Okay. November. All right. Nice. Is there anything that you need to put in shape before that time?
Yes, I need a lot of things about equipment. Though I have the camera, and I also have a flashlight, external flashlights. So are the only two things that I really have now.
Okay.
So every other things I'll need a place. I'll need a place, and I'll need equipment like strobe and some other things.
November is around the corner. And I don't want you to limit yourself. And I want you to stay in that positive mindset.
But I still need to know more about photography.
So what would you do in order to know more?
I will learn.
Yes. Great. Okay. Yes. When will you take that action to learn more?
Before the fourth quarter.
I want you to be more definitive. You want to open shop in November, and you think you need to learn more. What would that take, Elizabeth? I would like you to take some positive, affirmative action.
Can achieve whatever I set my mind to achieve. I can overcome my fears.
I want you now to do something, if you don't mind. Take a deep breath. I want you to be as enthusiastic as you can. Can you say, I can do it 10 times? Each one gets louder.
I can do it. I can do it.
I want you to show me that you can do it.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And I know I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Good. Again.
I can do it. 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 I know that I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Elizabeth, you can do it.
I can do it.
Absolutely. You can do it. What have you learned about yourself today? What insight?
I learned that believing in myself is the ultimate. If I want to leave any landmark for others to follow, it has to start from me. I have to lead myself first, so I can do it.
And I recall you said you love yourself.
Yes, I love myself.
Surely you can do it. Great. Great. So, how do you feel now?
Free, light,
Great.
happy.
Good. Good. Tell me one key takeaway from today's session.
The key takeaway is I believe in myself. I believe that I can do it. It's just for me to believe and take action on those things that I believe on.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Wow. Elizabeth, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank you.
And you've made so many affirmations. You are indeed a magnificent person.
Thank you.
know, a global phenomenon that you say you are.
That's
And
who
I
am.
know you believe that, and so shall it be.
Thank you, amen.
Wow, good. Would this be a good place for us to close today's session? Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, ma.
Hi, TC. Wow. I'm great. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good,
For
good.
asking. How was your session?
It was great. It was awesome. Absolutely. I enjoyed the session myself.
What are the high points for you?
Oh, wow. You know, I was coaching a young lady by the name of Elizabeth, and like I told you, self-esteem, confidence and belief. And she really took me to where it all started, you know. And honestly, in my own opinion, she got to that place where she discovered herself, and she also overcame gradually, of course, this idea that she can't do something, or that she didn't say in so many words, but she felt like she couldn't achieve. That idea that, you know, she has a lot of talent. She loves photography. And that photography in itself takes her away from every fear she has in her mind. She says when she holds onto the camera and she takes pictures, she forgets completely that she can't do it because she enjoys putting a smile on people's faces. She enjoys clicking. And I notice her pastime is watching movies or taking pictures. So that whole idea of picture, her imagination runs with the whole idea of creativity.
Wow.
You see?
So what would you say to someone out there who is still asking questions about coaching? Coaching is not for me. Should I coach? Do I need a coach? You know, I want you to speak to someone out there, right, who is still asking the question, what is really coaching? And do I need a coach?
Yes. A lot of people are in that space. That what is coaching really about? What is this thing that are you trying to let us be what we're not? Coaching is a journey. It's a transformative journey that is a discovery, a journey of discovery, discovering yourself. And you put yourself in that space where when you think deeper, you can achieve so much and you can do it all by yourself without any help. So in that coaching session, for me, if you're looking at what is coaching, I think it's something that you should try out first and foremost. Don't hold that limiting belief that you can't do it, and come in with an open mind, right? Don't come in, whatever inhibitions you have, put them at the door. Come in with an open mind, try a coaching session and see how it works for you. Seriously speaking, TC, I used to come from a background where I grew up in the UK. So I came to Nigeria when I was in my teens, and I could not speak a word of Yoruba. So because I couldn't speak, I just felt like it was just one difficult task. I could never learn it. I could never understand it. And so it really killed my confidence, seriously speaking. But over time, I noticed that, if I could understand it first, then I'll get into that space where I could eventually be able to speak it. It took me a while, but today, of course, I can speak it,
So what languages do you speak?
What languages?
What Nigerian languages?
I can only speak Yoruba.
Right.
And even at that, I'm happy that I can understand it. I'm happy that I can speak it because...
Let's speak some Yoruba.
You want me to test?
Let's speak some Yoruba.
Okay.
So,
You want to put me to test? Okay, Mongwa.
So, kí ni mò ń sọ gangan?
The art of coaching. Kí ni ká tún sọ? Coaching is a fantastic skill, it's an art. And I think everybody should experience coaching. Because with coaching, it takes you to another level where you've never thought about, where you've never been. It begins to allow you to identify areas and spaces where you never would have thought of, if not for coaching. I've had people say to me many times that, wow, you took me to places where I never really thought about that. Elizabeth, in the session, she kept saying to me, I've never really thought about that. So it's about powerful questions that get your client or your coachee to think deeper. And in the process of thinking, they find the solutions themselves.
That's the most powerful part of it.
Absolutely.
The coach is not the one that gives the answer.
No.
The coach doesn't advise.
No.
The coach just facilitates.
Absolutely.
So what next for you and Elizabeth? What's the next step?
Honestly, I found her a very warm-hearted, genuine person. She has a beautiful soul. And I really would like to continue coaching with Elizabeth because she started off on a great journey. She's gotten to a place where she knows she can do it. We set some action points. She wants to open up a photography studio. I would love to go to her studio one day and take a picture. That's where I want to see her in that studio where she's taking pictures, making that dream come true. It's about fulfilling purpose, living your best life. Living the dream that you want to live. And I want to see that she can do that. And I know she can do that. And she said before the end of the year, she wants to open that up. So I think with more coaching sessions, she will get there because it's about, designing your journey and taking very intentional action steps to get there. And so that at the end of the year, I want her to look back and say, wow, because I came on a transformation show, I am where I am today.
And really and truly, we're going to have another episode with you and Elizabeth. When Elizabeth
the journey so far
has opened her store, and we will capture the journey so far.
Absolutely.
Thank you
excellent. It's been great. Thank you so much for inviting me. Great.
I didn't know it would turn out well, but at the end of the program, I'm glad that I applied for it, and I'm glad that I was picked. I did not believe in myself. I didn't believe that I can do anything good. I didn't believe that I can achieve anything. But after the coach has spoken to me, I see myself in another light, in another perspective, that for me to get what I want, I need to believe that I can get it. Then I can get it. When I continue saying that I cannot, I'm afraid, then the coach was now like, repeat this word for how many times now? You are afraid, you cannot. Can't you do it the other way around? I now asked, okay, it now said that, what if you made mistake? What will happen? I now thought of it. I never thought that truly I can make mistake and nothing will happen. Mistake was bound to be made and then be corrected. So that was when I was not like, wait though, Mistake is just a normal way of life. When someone made mistake, you correct it and you move on. What I have learned in the coaching section is the affirmation. And this affirmation is what I'm going to be doing. My daily affirmation is to keep reminding me of who I am, to keep reminding me that you can do whatever you want to do. And I'm tying it down to my photography, because that photography is what always gives me joy. But I never knew that it's something that can change my life too. So I'm tying it down, the daily affirmation that I'm going to do every day, that it will be something that will change me, that later in the future, when people see me, the people that know me before, if they see me, they will now know that there truly something has changed about this person. One-on-one training, I believe, is still the best, because you are seeing the person is seeing you. You see the person's expression. Unlike the online one, you will not see the person's expression very well. But this one, you are sitting opposite each other or in the same environment. So you see the person's expression, and this is a very good one.
If you need a coach or therapist, or would like to train to become a certified coach or therapist, please call +234 8098 883 555 or +234 8077 077 000. Alternatively, send an email to hello@thecatalyst.ng.com.